Okay, hello everybody, this is Lama Caroline. I'm here in Ganchen in Malaga, Spain, and we're going to continue with the long explanation of our NgalSo lineage and the long explanation of Lama Ganchen's book, Making Peace with the Environment, yeah? So right now we're still talking about the lineage of gurus, and we're talking about Ganchen Abbot Lobsang Kechog, who was Lama Ganchen past life about 200 years ago, okay? So today we're going to talk about him and other very interesting things. But to start with, we're going to do some prayers because that's the right thing to do, okay? So we're going to do some NgalSo preliminary prayers, yeah? Because always, we're not just doing this because we have nothing else to do. We're doing this because we're doing this to connect better with our guru, our NgalSo lineage, and have like a deeper perspective on our spiritual history, actually, yeah? Okay? That's when Rinpoche asked us not to practice more deeply, yeah? So therefore, all the practice and our history we will explain in detail, okay? Okay, so NgalSo preliminary practice, okay? You all know, so please, who like, join in with me, yeah? Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonamla, Chonchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinso Kipe Sonanki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonamla, Chonchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jinso Kipe Sonanki, Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we take refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we become Buddhas for the benefit of all sentient beings. 7 limitless thoughts. Samchen Tamche Dewa Dan Dewe Gyudan Dempa Gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. Samchen Tamche Dunyal Dan Dunyal Gi Gyudan Drawa Gyuchi. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Samchen Tamche Dunyal Mepe Dewa Dami Drawa Gyuchi. May all beings have the great happiness that is beyond all misery. Samchen Tamche Nyerin Chadan Nidan Trawe Tamnyon La Nepa Gyuchi. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. Samchen Tamche Lusen Gidu Nale Soshin Trayun Lusen Dewa Dan Dempa Gyuchi. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. Samchen Tamche NgalSo Tochin China no Chukoyu Danshin Samone Gyuchi. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. Samchen tamche dansa bulingi kedo dada chinagi shide dandu dokun dempa gyushi. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. So these four limitless, the first four were made by Buddha Shakyamuni, okay? And the last three were made by our precious guru, Lama Ganchen Rinpoche. Why? Because in ancient times, maybe it was more peaceful, the environment was better. But now we really need health, we need a good environment and peace, yeah? So that's why now we have 7 limitless thoughts, okay? Okay, purification of the environment. Tamche duni sashita semala sohome padan la tiltanya bedurye ranshin jampuhone gyuchi la dami chepese no sushan dahani kitro kusan chutrin lana me nanke kangu kya gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavati Benzasawa Pramadani Tathagata Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Maha Tesa Benze Maha Vidya Benze Maha Bodhi Chita Benze Maha Bodhi Mandopa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Bishodana Benze Soha Kuncho Sungi Tempadan Sangye Danjan Chu Sempa Tanche Gijin Giladan Soni Yosu Sopenadan Chempodan Chuki Nampa Dashin Sangi Mikyape Togi Deshini Dugyuchi. Invocation of Rinpoche and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Malu Samche Kungi Gungyuchi Du De Punje Hemi Se Jom Se La No Na Malu Yanda Kengyu Pe Choden Koche Hene Di She Su So 7 Limb Prayer. Gosungu Pe Gune Cha Se Lo No Sha Yitro Hochu Pa Malubu To Mene Sa Di Tun Tam Che Sha Ke Pa Kye Wahanam La Je Yiran Ko Wa Ma To Ba Du Le Shu Ne Drola Chuki Hiko Loko Wa Da Da Shen Chen An Chan Chu Chen Pu No. Mandala offering. Sajipuki Joshi Meto Tram Rira Liji Ni De Gyempadi Sangye Shintu Mite Buwayi Drukunanda Hashin La Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamnyaryatayami. I request to the lineage gurus of the Ganda Ningu tradition, especially to His Holiness Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche. Lo Sangyal Wa Kungi Yesheni Tri Tu Tri Mehagyal Tenzin Pezo Rao Dan Kilko Gyaso Trudungun Trin Shenla Mehesha Blaso Wade Om A Guru Vajradhara Sumati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sri Bhadra Sawasiti Om A Guru Vajradhara Sumati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sri Bhadra Sawasiti Om A Guru Vajradhara Samati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sri Bhadra Sawasiti Request to receive the blessings of our precious Guru, Lama Ganchen Rinpoche. Locho Zampo Pelgyu Tashipa Tuchen Tempe Trilaya Noda Pegedro Lo Zampe Zepachen Palden La Mehesha Blaso Wade Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Huma Guru Vajradhara Sumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanya Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vadratahara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanya Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yudan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janshu Badu Kyumin Kyashemi Sowe Dida Badu Chime Taya Tuje Chakyu Zunzola Shishi Jidro Nudro Kunso Tengi Droso Bajuso Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yudan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janshu Badu Kyumin Kyashemi Sowe Dida Badu Chime Taya Tuje Chakyu Zunzola Shishi Dridro Nudro Consol Tengi Droso Bajuso. You are the Guru, you are our Guru, Rinpoche, you are our Yidam, you are our Daka and our Dhamma protector. From now until the achievement of awakening, of enlightenment, we seek no other refuge than you. In this life, the Bardo, and in all our future lives, please hold us with the hook of your compassion. Please liberate us from the fears of samsara and nivara. Grant us all the attainments, be our constant friend and companion, and grant us all realizations. So, having requested this way, now from Lama Rinpoche's chakras, from his crown, throat and heart chakra come white, red and blue lights and nectars that dissolve into our chakras one by one and then together. So as we imagine this, many sickness and blockage of the chakras are healed. We receive the 4 kinds of empowerments and the special imprints in the future to achieve the 4 Vajra bodies are awakened, okay? Okay, so now, for each and every one of us, wherever we are in the world, now a manifestation of Rinpoche La in the rainbow body comes to the crown of everybody's head, and dissolves through our central channel, and mixes with our subtle minds at our heart. So we get a mind transplant, yeah? So our mind is influenced by Rinpoche's holy mind, and our mind improves, which we need. Lama Kien, Trinchen Sawe, Lama Kien, Kyabne Kuntu, Lama Kien, Trinchen Sawe, Lama Kien, Kyabne Kuntu, Lama Kien. All-knowing Rinpoche La, so kind, yeah? You're the source of you're the source of all objects of refuge. Everything comes from you. That's what this prayer means, basically, okay? Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Om Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha. Okay, hello everybody. Hope you're all okay. Hope everything's okay with all of you all over the world, yeah? So tonight we're going to continue with part 2 of what we were talking about on Tuesday. So what we're doing at the moment is we're talking about Lama Genshin, beautiful book, this one, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. Yeah, okay. You see, I actually read my book, it's falling to pieces, yeah. The book should be used, no? Not just keep on the shelf, yeah? So anyway, so this Rinpoche asked that we go in detail through all his teachings. So of all Rinpoche's teachings, we all agree this is his most important one, okay? So we're going to go in detail, Lama, Michelle and I, through the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing teachings and then all the different harmonics of that, of which there's many, okay? So we got up to in the preliminaries, because this is like, basically this book is like many different kinds of sadhana. It's a Tibetan book, not a Western book. It's like many different kinds of sadhana, and then some explanation that Rinpoche like to add, which I'm now going to comment on, yeah? So far in the book, we got up to the part on Guru Yoga, yeah, the long lineage and the close lineage, and then we got to the prayer of His Holiness Trijang Rinpoche, Kyabje Trijang Dorje Chang, and also of Rinpoche, yeah? So at that point, because I talked a little bit about the past lives of His Holiness Kyabje Trijang Dorje Chang, then I thought, oh, also it would be nice if we talk a little bit about the past lives of Lama Gangchen Rinpoche, okay? So till now, we went through what we know. Actually, we know a lot, yeah. Why? Because some is written in the Tibetan histories, and others, Rinpoche, told me and many other people, and I and others, we record what he said, yeah, okay? And this is what I'm sharing with you at the moment. So we went through many of his different lives in Sri Lanka, in ancient Greece, yeah, in India, and now we're in his Tibetan incarnations, yeah. And of the Tibetan incarnations, he was Namka Ningpo, yeah, one of the 25 disciples of Pamasambhava. He was Trupu Lotsawa, the great translator, true Kagyu translator, very famous, yeah. Then he was Drupa Kunli, he was Panchen Zamputashi, and now we're talking about, oh yes, and then he was Latsun, yeah, Latsun, what's he called? Latsun something, sorry. Yeah, very famous Kagyupa Turton treasure finder, yeah. And now we're talking about when he was the abbot of Ganshan Monastery, Lobsang Kechog, and I was explaining the story about when he went to China together with the Panchen Lama, Panchen Lobsang Yeshe. So I told like half the story last time, so now we'll continue, yeah. So the Panchen Lama, Panchen Lobsang Yeshe, he was the one who wrote the Guide to Shambhala and many other incredible things. Was really incredible, great master, okay? And so the Quanlong Emperor, who was the emperor of China, the Manchu emperor of China during the sorry, I can't pronounce this. Anyway, the Manchu dynasty of China, yeah, who were descended from the Mongols in the late 18th and early 19th century. He was a practitioner of Tibetan Buddhism, and specifically, he was a practitioner of Gelugpa Buddhism, yeah, of his follower of Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah, and okay, so anyway, I was telling a little bit how that happened, how gradually how the Tibetan Lamas got in touch with the Mongols, actually, yeah, from the 12th century onwards through the Sakya tradition. And then when the Mongols took power in China, yeah, they became the Manchu dynasty, yeah. And so therefore they gravitated towards Tibetan Buddhism. And at the time, the most powerful group of, let's say, practitioners in Tibet was the Gelugpa tradition. So gradually, the Gelugpa tradition, our tradition, became very close with the Chinese imperial court, yeah, okay, in the late 17th, late 18th, early 19th centuries, okay. And anyway, so that's what we were talking about. And so the Quanlong Emperor, you know, he was brought up together with Chankya Rilpe Dorje, who's a past life of our very famous master, Kyabje Pabonka Rinpoche, okay. So Chankya Rilpe Dorje, okay, anyway, many stories, no? But anyway, when he was young, for one reason or another, let's say, medieval politics, his monastery in Amdo was destroyed, yeah? So when he was 7 years old, he was brought to the imperial court. Why? Because he was a very famous tulku, yeah? So he actually grew up together with the prince who became the Chinese emperor. Now, remember, there's many princes in Chinese courts, yeah? But finally, the prince that he was close to became the emperor, yeah? So therefore, then the emperor and Chankya Rilpe Dorje, Pabonka Rinpoche, they did many things to develop Buddhism, Gelugpa Buddhism in China and also Mongolia, yeah? Yeah. For example, I don't know. For example, they built the Lama Temple, which we've all been to many times. We've been traveling with Rinpoche, no? The emperor made many different editions of the Kangya and the Tengya, which is the Buddha's translated works from Sanskrit to Tibetan, dictionaries of Tibetan, Sanskrit, Mongolian, and Chinese. Many incredible things he did, actually, to support Buddhism. Yeah. So anyway, so the emperor was the emperor of China, but in terms of practice, he was doing very similar things to us. He was doing like Guya Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, Kalachakra, and basically like all the practices that Rinpoche kindly showed to us, yeah, over the years was what the Chinese emperor was doing, yeah, okay. So for many years, he tried to invite the Panchen Lama to the Chinese court. Yeah, okay. So famous, so important, the Panchen Lama. Okay. Actually, why didn't invite the Dalai Lama is because, well, actually, Chenki Rilpa Dorje had been many times to Tibet as the Chinese emperor's ambassador. Okay, but why he couldn't invite him is because he'd just passed away and now he was very young and was at school. Okay, so it wasn't possible for the Dalai Lama to go out of school and go and visit the Chinese emperor. So the emperor he liked to invite this other very high Lama of Gelugpa Buddhism of Tibet, the Panchen Lama, Panchen Palden Lobsang Yeshe. Yeah? So as we've been explaining these days, our Gansha monastery is a branch of Tashi Lumpo Monastery. Okay, yeah. So when His Holiness the Panchen Lama went to Beijing, yeah, also the abbot of Ganshan Monastery, who was a past incarnation of our Lama Ganshan, also went together, yeah. And also they say there was there was one Indian sadhu went together. There's different people went, yeah, but there was the Panchen Lama and 6 close attendants went together, of which the most important one was our Rinpoche in the past life, yeah, and then many other people, yeah. Okay, so now let's get back to part 2 of the story, okay? If you want to hear the rest, you can listen on the streaming, no? So, okay, so we told the story. The Panchen Lama went to China to the imperial court, and everything was like wonderful, and everything was fantastic, and there was fireworks and all kinds of displays of honor, and the Panchen Lama was giving teachings and blessings, and basically everything was like marvelous. Okay, yeah, everybody was having a great time. Yeah, okay. But, okay, so why the Panchen Lama didn't go until 1780, okay, is for many years the Chinese had been asking him to go to the imperial court to visit the emperor, okay? But why he'd always declined is because actually there was like a pandemic in China, yes? So the history repeats itself, no? So at that time there was like a really serious pandemic of smallpox, yeah? Okay, fortunately we don't have smallpox anymore in the world, yeah? But for many hundreds of years, like for thousands of years, smallpox was like a really terrible thing in society, no? Like actually worse than coronavirus, actually, yeah? Actually, until 1965, when smallpox was eradicated, 5 million people used to die every year from smallpox, yeah? Okay. So anyway, so for many years, the Panchen Lama declined. He was advised not to go to China because of this pandemic of smallpox. But finally, he decided anyway he was going to go, yeah? Despite everybody said, don't go, it's dangerous. But he said, okay, I'm going to go, yeah? Okay. And then our Rinpoche, he wanted to go with him. He was invited to go as the main attendant of the Panchen Lama, yeah? Because they had Rinpoche and the Panchen Lama, since many lifetimes, they have a very close connection, okay? Okay, so let me find the story, okay? Okay, now, I know I'm actually telling all these stories in a lot of detail, but actually I felt, okay, actually we need to know like a little bit of the history of our tradition, yeah? And also, I was thinking these days, yeah? I mean, like, so many people have think. I was at a conference on Saturday with our American Sangha, our NgalSo Sangha. Yeah? One of the questions they wanted to ask me is like, what is an enlightened person like? So actually, we didn't get to talk about this. So I thought, of course, like Rinpoche. No, what else could it be? No, because many people, they're curious to know really what it's like. To be with what these great lamas are like. Yeah. So, for example, yeah. when Rinpoche or these high lamas, they get together, what they talk about a lot is the histories of our tradition, yeah? Just, you might wonder what they talk about, yeah? So a lot of the things that the monks and the high lamas and our geshes, they talk about a lot is these kind of namthas and the spiritual histories of our tradition, yeah? What happened with all these lamas and their incarnation and this and that, yeah? Going back, I don't know, 40, 50, 200, 500 years. It's, this kind of storytelling is very, very important, which is why I'm sharing with you a little bit of our stories, kind of like translating a little bit for you, okay? I mean, not just this story, no? There's hundreds of these stories, yeah? Why? Because it gives us like some kind of, I don't know, really like roots us somewhere, yeah? And we're not just appearing out of nothing, yeah? We have this incredible wave of great practitioners before us, so it's important to know, like exactly where we are, where we come from, and the incredible people that have been before us, and many of whom are still around, of course, because now they're incarnated again, no? Like, for example, Chankya Rilpe Dorji is His Holiness Pabonka Rinpoche, no? And I was saying over in the last few weeks, many of the high lamas of our tradition, like, for example, His Holiness Trijang Rinpoche, His Holiness Pabonka Rinpoche, NgalSo Rinpoche, Tomogeshe Rinpoche, many, our Ganshin Rinpoche, yeah. It's like they're kind of like a team. They've been together for lifetimes, yeah, okay? And, so that's how it goes. So, so they're with us now. In the past, they've been together, and there's many stories. And hopefully, mainly because of their prayer and bodhisattva wish, and dedication, in the future, they'll continue to be with us and guide us, yeah, okay? So, okay, let me just find the text I was referring to. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so, okay. Okay, 1 second, I'm just looking, yeah. Sorry, because with all these things, it's not like we have actually anything like fully prepared, no? Because we need to do many. This is part of the work we're doing for making Rinpoche's past life biographies, yeah. Which I just thought I'd share a little bit with you all, no? Just in case you were interested, no? Okay, so everything's been going really, really well, yeah. Okay, and the Chinese emperor, who's considered to be an emanation of Manjusri, who is also considered to be like, anyway, they're Chinese people. They think he's an emanation of Manjusri, yeah. Okay, and His Holiness the Panchen Lama. They're developing a very close relationship, and I was reading that with you last time, okay. So after 3 months of the Panchen Lama and his party being in the court of the Chinese emperor, the Manchu emperor, the Qianlong emperor, yeah, suddenly the Panchen Lama's attendants, they noticed that he was not eating so well, yeah. And then they said, "Are you okay, Your Holiness?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm not feeling like so hungry. I've lost my appetite, but don't worry, I'm fine, yeah. But then at one of the imperial banquets, Chankya Rilpe Dorje, yeah, Pabonka Rinpoche, he noticed that the Panchen Lama was not eating, yeah, and so then he said, "Please, Your Holiness, today you're supposed to give one tantric initiation, it's like every day one tantric initiation, no? Yeah." But he said, "Please, today you don't give the initiation to the emperor, yeah. Please, you rest, yeah, okay." But the Panchen Lama said, "Oh, Your Holiness, Chankya Rilpe Dorje, don't worry, I'm fine, yeah." And so the initiation went ahead, yeah, okay. And after the initiation, the Panchen Lama smiled at Chankya Rilpe Dorje, and he said, "Now I feel complete." This is all written in the histories, no? That's from the Tibetan histories. He said, "I feel released and I feel very happy. All my work is done. Now I'll take a few days rest and I'll be fine, yeah? Yeah." But then Chankya Rilpe Dorje got worried, yeah? And he said, "How can you say your job's done, yeah?" He said, "As long as beings are in samsara, your job's not finished. Please don't say such things, yeah? Yeah? You may have fulfilled all the emperor's wishes, but now you must go back to Tibet to help countless living beings. So even joking, don't say such things, yeah, okay? So then His Holiness the Panchen Lama said, yes, of course, you're right. I was just joking, yeah? There are still many things to do. I will pray as you wish, yeah, okay? So then, so instead of resting, then many people came into the Panchen Lama's residence for many hours to receive his blessing, yeah? It's like Rinpoche, no? Hours and hours giving the blessing, listening to each one, taking care. And it says there was no time for him to rest, yeah, okay? And it says the whole day, remember he's been to an imperial banquet, and then he's given an initiation, and then it says the whole day and most of the night he was occupied like this. It's like Rinpoche, no? Also our Rinpoche, yeah? So with our Rinpoche, like, as you know, no? Every minute was for everybody else, regardless of if he was feeling well, if he was feeling bad, even if he was tired. If he was completely tired, he would just fall asleep in front of us, no? It was just, so this is the style of these really high lamas, no? Okay. So the day went like this. This is day 66 of the Panchen Lama's visit to Beijing, okay, to the Imperial Palace, yeah. So then next day, day 67, yeah. Then the next day, the Panchen Lama and the Emperor, they saw each other for breakfast. They're talking together. Then the Panchen Lama went back to his room, yeah, and he got like a really strong headache, yeah. And then 1 hour later, his whole skin became covered in like really bright red spots, yeah, okay. So then everybody realized that unfortunately, His Holiness the Panchen Lama contracted smallpox, yeah, okay. So then, immediately that the Emperor heard this, yeah, he rushed to the Panchen Lama's bedside and brought all the best doctors with him, yeah, okay. So then they stayed together for some time. With the Emperor holding the Panchen Lama's hand and talking together, and then the Emperor brought many large tankers, because of the stages of smallpox, which were to be hung up in the Panchen Lama's room in order to assist the doctors, yeah? Okay, so in the Tibetan tradition, like in our medical books, yeah, they used to have like, everything was on tankers, yeah? I mean, it's not like, they didn't have like laptops and stuff but they had like these visual aids, yeah? And all the stages of health and disease were painted on tankers, yeah? So they brought from the medical school. And so they're called the best doctors in Beijing, yeah, okay, to take care of His Holiness the Panchen Lama, yeah. And the Emperor he was looking for every kind of best treatment that he could, yeah, okay. Okay, and also Chenkia Rilpe Dorji went and stayed next to His Holiness the Panchen Lama. He was in bed now, the Panchen Lama, yeah. And it says, finally, Chenkia Rilpe Dorji and His Holiness the Panchen Lama had time to discuss the religious matters that the Panchen Lama had tried to and failed to achieve back in Tibet, yeah. So they were discussing many different things together, yeah. Okay, then it says, but on the 4th day of the smallpox, yeah. I mean, obviously, based on our present experience, this is obviously bringing back many painful memories of Rinpoche, okay? Rinpoche has no painful memory. It was a great master, yeah, but obviously Rinpoche's last days, no? But it's very strange, these things. Like this story before, I never pay any attention to this. I know this story, yeah? But now I see this very differently, you know? Yeah? So, His Holiness the Panchen Lama also contracted an epidemic disease, yeah? He was requested by his disciples, please don't go, but out of compassion he went, yeah? And then he went and helped develop the Dharma in the Imperial Court of China, and then he got sick with smallpox. He got very sick with smallpox. So anyway, so now I see this whole story very differently, yeah? Anyway, so it says on the 4th day of the smallpox, the Panchen Lama requested that his 6 attendants, including one man called Purangir, who's actually a Hindu yogi who'd come together, yeah, okay, said, please all come and pray together with him in his room, yeah, because he said, I'm really feeling bad, yeah, and it says only if I do practice together can I enjoy, yeah, okay, I can find comfort and enjoyment only by doing Dharma practice, yeah, so he asked his attendants to come and do practice together with him, yeah? And he said in that way, his heart would be entirely eased, yeah? I said, whether or not it makes me better physically doesn't matter, but the main thing is how it makes me feel emotionally, the Panchen Lama said, yeah? Okay? So the Panchen Lama spent his last day sitting on his bed with his back against the wall with two big pillows behind him. And then in this way, he passed away praying, okay? Passed into paranirvana, yeah? Okay? So so it was an incredible shock, yeah? Nobody was expecting this at all, you know? It was really, really terrible trauma, as we know, you know? So when the emperor came to the Panchen Lama's room the next day, he found the body of His Holiness the Panchen Lama sat there on the bed in meditation, yeah, okay? And he actually fainted, yeah, he was so shocked and so upset, he fainted, yeah? And then it says that rather than leave the body of the Panchen Lama for 3 days, sat like that, as is the Tibetan custom, yeah? The emperor had the body of His Holiness the Panchen Lama put immediately in a coffin filled with herbs, yeah? And placed like that in a coffin, yeah, in a chapel, yeah? And then ordered the construction of a golden stupa to house the coffin, yeah? And it says it was the best he could do because this unexpected event was a very inauspicious end to his carefully planned birthday celebrations, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, and anyway, so afterwards in his writings, he said, for example, he made one letter to the Dalai Lama saying he was so incredibly sorry that this had happened, you know, that he'd invited His Holiness the Panchen Lama, yeah, who made this very long journey to show respect, you know, and give initiation and blessing to the Chinese emperor, yeah. But he said, obviously, I wished His Holiness to return peacefully back to Tibet. But the fact that he didn't, that he passed away, is distressing to me beyond all expression. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so like that. Yeah, okay. So this really brings up a lot of questions now. I mean, obviously, you know. So for example, I heard, for example, many high lamas, for example, NgalSo Rinpoche and other high lamas have said this, yeah, that, for example, the fact that His Holiness the Panchen Lama, Palden Lobsang Yeshe, you know, the famous one who wrote the Guide to Shambhala, so incredibly high realized master, that he passed away like this in the middle of a smallpox pandemic, and also our Rinpoche. It's like the action of really great high bodhisattva, you know, taking on the suffering of others, yeah? Yeah. So it's not just like that really truly they do in order to transform the karma, maybe of one city, of one country, you know, or of one pandemic, yeah. And so, you know, generally the high lamas of our tradition, many of them have expressed this kind of idea towards our Rinpoche, you know, that also our Rinpoche, that he absorbed many of the karma, collective karma and suffering of the pandemic, yeah, and as you know, and then took that and then went on into the he's not in the Bardana, but he went into the next life in order to care for those so many beings who were suffering, yeah. Okay. So this is one of the actions of a high bodhisattva. The actions of high bodhisattva are completely different from normal people, yeah. Okay, so for example, looks like, okay, he's got sick and died, yeah, but reason completely different from a normal person, yeah, okay. So this is not the first obviously we've had, you know, with Rinpoche, this is not the first time that a high lama of our tradition has done this, yeah. And Rinpoche was there, no, actually, he was there, the close attendant of His Holiness the Panchen Lama, okay. So throughout this whole event, he was there, okay. Anyway, so then, as soon as His Holiness the Panchen Lama passed into paranirvana, heavy snow fell over Beijing, yeah, and it was which month was it? I think it was November, yeah, and it didn't stop snowing for like 2 months, yeah. Yeah, so imagine, yeah, okay, so for 2 whole months it continued to snow in Beijing, yeah. So the weather was disturbed, okay. And then it says that when the weather eased, yeah, the emperor summoned the Panchen Lama's brother, Trungpa Rinpoche, and made plans for the return of the Panchen Lama's body and his coffin back to Tibet, back to Tashi Lungpo Monastery. Yeah? And also, all the valuable gifts and presents that the emperor had presented to the Panchen Lama, all the things that he was intending to give him, he gave everything to Trungpa Rinpoche, the brother of the Panchen Lama. Yeah. So, in this way, and when the Chinese, they constructed like one golden stupa, yeah, okay, which then the Tibetans carried, yeah, with yaks, with horses, all the way back to Tibet, yeah, back through China, through Amdo, through central Tibet, all the way back to Tashi Lungpo, okay, yeah, okay, and then the body of His Holiness, the Panchen Lama, finally returned to Tashi Lungpo in order to bestow his holy presence there, okay, as we're now doing with our Rinpoche's holy body, okay. Soon we'll be back with us in Albaniano. We're very happy about that, yeah, okay. Anyway, so the Tibetan party and our Rinpoche was there. They brought back the Panchen Lama's body back to Tashi Lungpo, where it was installed in the funerary chapel of the Panchen Lamas, okay. Okay, but then something else happened, which, okay, now this is historical detail, okay. So the Chinese emperor had presented many, many presents, yeah, to the Panchen Lama, yeah, okay. But when the Panchen Lama very unexpectedly passed away, then Trungpa Tolku, yeah, the Panchen Lama's brother, he was given all the presents to take back to Tashi Lungpo, yeah. So the family that the Panchen Lama had been born into was actually a really incredible family, yeah, because not only was there Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen, there was also Trungpa Rinpoche, which I very much feel is the past life of Chogyam Trungpa. I'll check, yeah. The other, no, I'm sure that was the past life of Chogyam Trungpa, the famous one, yeah, who brought Buddhism to America and in England, yeah. The other son, yeah, was Sharma Rinpoche, yeah. I don't know if Sharma Rinpoche is also super famous. He's the Red Crown Lama of the Kagyupa tradition, yeah. Very, very, actually, in this lifetime, yeah, the present lifetime, Sharma Rinpoche and Nawa Rinpoche, they were good friends, yeah, okay. I just saw a little bit, yeah. But for example, I remember one time we were with Rinpoche, we went to Kathmandu, yeah. Me and many people, of course, with Rinpoche, not just me, yeah. Maybe 30, 40 of us, we go with Rinpoche. We got to Kathmandu Airport, yeah, because you know, Kathmandu Airport, yeah. And there was the Shamapa, yeah, Sharma Rinpoche was there, sat there, yeah. And then him and Rinpoche, they saw each other, they're like very friendly, talking together, you know. It was really, really very nice, like really two close friends talking together, yeah. And so, you know, it's true, you know, even in this lifetime, because remember, Rinpoche, yeah, okay? And the Sharma Rinpoche was this Lobsang Khetchok, yeah? So the Sharma Rinpoche and Rinpoche went together to China, to the court of the Chinese emperor, yeah? They were very close 200 years ago. And now, because this is how reincarnation works, even now, like in Rinpoche's life now, they were still close friends, Rinpoche and the Sharmapa, okay? So anyway, so this Panchen Lama's family was really something incredible. There was the Panchen Lama, yeah. There was Chogyam Trungpa, past life, Trungpa Rinpoche, and there was the 10th Sharmapa Rinpoche, okay. And not only that, they also had the sister was Dorje Pagmo, yeah. She's the famous female incarnate Lama, yeah. She was Dorje Pagmo is the only famous female Tulku in Tibet, yeah, she's the incarnation of Vajravarahi, the consort of Chakrasambhara, okay. So in this family, there was all these high Tulkus, okay. Okay. So anyway, so it was like a very, very incredibly influential, important family in Shigatse, okay. So the Tibetan party of our Rinpoche's past life and Sharma Rinpoche and Trungpa Rinpoche, they brought back, I don't know if the Sharma Rinpoche was there, Trungpa Rinpoche and our Rinpoche, they brought back the Panchen Lama's body back to Tashi Lungpo, and with great ceremony, they placed his holy body in a stupa, in a funerary chapel, okay? Okay, and so of course, yeah, Trungpa Rinpoche gave all the gifts of the Chinese emperor to the treasury of Tashi Lumpo, yeah, because he thought that obviously that was the right thing to do, no? Yeah. But then the Shamapa, he argued that these were personal gifts and were the family property. So he thought that this gift should be divided between these incarnate lamas, yeah. But Trungpa Rinpoche disagreed, and shut the doors of Tashi Lumpo to the Sharma Rinpoche, yeah. But then refusing this is like Tibetan history kind of stuff, yeah. Refusing to back down, Sharma Rinpoche called the monks of his own monastery to back him up and stormed Tashi Lumpo, taking his share of the presents, yeah. So then basically a casino happened, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is okay. Tibet was a medieval society, so the Sherpa Rinpoche and his followers, they stormed the treasury of Tashi Lumpo and took what they thought was their rightful share of the emperor's gifts. Yeah. So what then happened is that when the Chinese emperor heard about it, he then sent an army, yeah, from China to Tashi Lumpo, yeah, to defend Tashi Lumpo, yeah, and he drove the Sharma Rinpoche and his army of Gurkhas, Nepalese Gurkhas, all the way back to Nepal. Okay, yeah. So, what are we supposed to think about this? Okay, one is okay. We have a bodhisattva vow not to judge the actions of bodhisattvas, but what I was thinking is that it's very, very important for us now, yeah, Rinpoche's followers and disciples, to stay completely united. Yeah, okay, yeah, and not have any kind of disagreement, and we need to all stay together and go in one direction, yeah, because definitely we don't want anything like that happening. No, really, we want our tradition to continue with harmony. Yeah, we want to follow Rinpoche La's wishes as much as possible. So fortunately Rinpoche made his wishes very clear, didn't he? Like he gave all the administrative power of all his centers, yeah, and his foundations to Lama Michel. Okay. And then, of course, there's other people like presidents, vice presidents, and so on, yeah? A group of people taking care, yeah? But it's clear now, so we should all really, support Lama Michel, okay? And we should all stick together as one spiritual family. Definitely, we don't want anything like that happening, yeah? Because, that was after, and also after that, yeah? The Chinese emperor was really quite fed up with the Tibetans, yeah? So then he decided to start what was called the Golden Urn system of finding incarnations, because his idea was, he thought it's too much having like all these incarnations in one family. Look at all the problems it causes, yeah. So then he decided to make this system, which they're still used even to this day, actually, to appoint the Panchen Lamas and the Dalai Lamas, where they have it's called the Golden Urn. So they have this golden urn, it's true, and they put in the names of the candidates for the Dalai Lamas or the Panchen Lamas, and they do a prayer, many prayers, and also prayers to Palden Lama. And then the name that comes out is the one that's selected, yeah. So that was instigated by the Kwanlun Emperor after this, yeah, okay. After this casino that happened, yeah, between the brothers, yeah, okay. So anyway, so what I was thinking, I don't know, I repeat myself again. I think it's super important that we're all Vajra brother and sister, no? So it doesn't matter whether we're in a NgalSo center in the east, the west, the north, and the south, wherever. But we all need to stick together as one family, And if, of course, maybe sometimes some things not agree, but then we just need to talk, no, isn't it? Yeah, okay, yeah. But we need as one family, yeah. And we need to make sure that we never let any disagreement come between us, yeah? Because then united in one family with a good feeling, we can continue and also create the good condition for our Rinpoche life to come back, yeah, and for our NgalSo tradition to grow and to flourish, yeah? So anyway, so that's what I was thinking about that story, okay? Yeah? So, like I say, before this story I knew, but I never thought about it even for 5 minutes. But now I really, think about it a lot, It's like history repeating itself, His Holiness Panchen Lama went there, also, died like this, Why? Because he was taking on the karma of many other beings, yeah? Like maybe he took the sickness of many other people around who wouldn't, Like our Rinpoche Lama, for example, in Bay and Albaniano, there's total 1,000 people, okay? And in the first wave of the pandemic, it was more strong than it is now, yeah, definitely. Now it's different. It's more, okay, it's not good, but there the sickness was more strong, yeah. And actually, at that time, many people had this sickness, yeah, not just Rinpoche, yeah, but of those and within us and also the local people, yeah. But of all the people there, only one that passed away was Rinpoche, yeah. And it's not just because Rinpoche was old, because actually in the local villages there were many old people who actually were very sick and even were in the intensive care and in medical comas and recovered, yeah, okay. I know because I heard directly these stories, okay. But the only one was Rinpoche. So for sure, Rinpoche absorbed like this sickness, this karma, you know. Like he was truly a great Lojong practitioner, yeah. And for him, from his point of view, it's no problem. The problem's for us, no. We're not, you know, we're very, very sad and upset about that, yeah. But from his side, you know, out of his great compassion, for sure he did that, you know. Maybe saved so many people's lives, and we don't know, you know. Anyway, so so I just wanted to share this story of Lobsang Ganshin Abbot, Lobsang Ketchog with you. So okay, it's very famous, no, actually. So another thing I'd like to say is that also Chankya Rilpe Doji is super important for us for many reasons, yeah. Okay, one is the past life of Pabonka Rinpoche, very important, our so important guru in our Ganden Nyingu tradition, the direct guru of His Holiness Trijang Rinpoche, no? But also, I was thinking, I know that I've got a book of his, so I was looking, where's this book? And I found it, and do you know what the book is? It's the Vajravali, you know? So all the teachings and initiations that we received 3 years ago from Nima Rinpoche, and all the translations that Rinpoche asked us to make, you know, to continue our NgalSo Ganden Nyingu tradition, is the text written by Chankya Rilpe Doji, yeah? So important, yeah? So we're very lucky to have the connection with all these high lamas, yeah? Okay? And speaking of which, yeah, another thing I need to say is the Vajravali text, yeah, okay. There's a very famous commentary on the Vajravali written by His Holiness Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen, yeah, the one who wrote the Guru Puja, who was also the abbot of our Ganshin monastery. So that means he's one of our team, no? Okay, yeah. So we should feel a very special connection with him, yeah, okay. So he actually wrote his commentary on the Vajravali while he was staying in Ganshin Monastery. Let me just find the history, yeah, you know. And what did His Holiness the Panchen Lobsang Chukyi Gyaltsen base his commentary on the Vajravali on? He wrote it. He based it on the writings of Panchen Zampotashi, aka Rinpoche, our Rinpoche, yeah, yeah. Because I was saying that that Rinpoche, no, he found the book of his previous lives, yeah, in Beijing, no, it's been taken to Beijing, this medieval book, and then he copied it, and now we had it translated, and now we're publishing his collected work. So in there, in volume 2 that we just printed, yeah, there's his explanation about the Vajravali. Okay, so anyway. So Rinpoche always used to tell me this story a lot because he was very, very, you know, sort of like kind of. Rinpoche was never like proud, but he used to say when it was something like really cool, he used to say, "Oh, that was my brother," yeah. Like for example, if we'd be, I don't know, somewhere and there'd be Rinpoche were doing an initiation and there would appear like incredible rainbows or something amazing would happen, yeah. He said, "Oh yes, my brother," yeah. He never say that was me, yeah, because he said it's my brother again, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I used to say, so I was very happy about, you know, this. At first, you know, years and years ago, he never used to say about these things, but gradually, all the stories start to come out. You know, as we were ready, he revealed more and more of all these histories. Yeah, so it's important. Rinpoche he actually paid a translator to have all these things translated. Why? Because he wanted us to know this. Yeah, okay. So these things we need to keep in mind, like some kind of history, to root our Ganshin Albaniano Healing Meditation Center and our temple in Brazil and all our centers around the world is not come out of nowhere, yeah? It's like the fruit of a great tree, yeah? Okay, one branch, a tree that's been growing for many, many centuries, okay? And actually, fortunately, there's been many fruit of this tree. It's a tree that keeps on giving fruit, yeah? So our Albaniano Healing Meditation Center and our Temple of Great Love in Brazil, and all these amazing places that we have around the world. Behind is this wonderful tradition of so great lamas, yeah, okay, of Kyabje Pabonka Rinpoche, Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche, Dagpo Dorji Chang, yeah, okay. So many great, of course, many incarnations of our Ganshin Rinpoche, many great masters, okay. So we're really, really very lucky, yeah, okay. Okay, so I think more or less, I think that's probably enough of that story. Let me just, there's one more thing, yeah, I wanted to share with you. Let me just find it, yeah. So while I was looking at these some of these stories of Rinpoche's past life, I found one poem that Rinpoche had written. Let me just find it, yeah. Where is it? Hang on, 1 second. 1 second. My computer, there's so many things, no? Okay, hang on. Biographies, other lives, okay. Okay, so when I was looking for these things of Rinpoche's past lives, fortunately, Rinpoche left so many things. And I found one paper that I have, and it's written in Tibetan, and it was one poem that Rinpoche made about his past lives, yeah? Okay. Now, I haven't had time to translate it all, but the first verse is about when he was Dharikapa, okay? Yeah? Second life is when he was Lakshminkara. He was emanated as Lakshminkara, the princess of Odhyana. Yeah, and then the next verse 3, is about when he was the Trupo Lotsawa Jampel Pel. Yeah, and he it says in the, I'm looking at the Tibetan prayer. So it says there he wrote, it says, I took, in the Tibetan it says, I took from the Trupo Gyatso, which means the collected works of Trupo Rinpoche, Trupo Lotsawa, the NgalSo, yeah, okay? Yes, and that's really something amazing, so wonderful, yeah? Then it says I was Panchen Zamputashi, yeah? Or both of Tashi Lumpo and also the founder of Ganshin Churpa, our monastery in Tibet, yeah. And then it says the crazy yogi Drupa Kunle, yeah. Kunga Legpa, yeah. That's his Drupa Kunle's name, yeah. I hope I'm not saying too fast, the translators, yeah. So the crazy yogi of Bhutan, Drupa Kunle, yeah. He had how do you say? He had many. In order to show the excellent path of the ultimate truth, he connected with many people, yeah. And then Rinpoche said, yeah. Also, I made connections with many different beings in order to guide them into the path of the Dharma, yeah. Okay. So he said like that, yeah. Then he said, at the time of Panchen Palden Yeshe, yeah, I was Ganshin Kempo, Ganshin Abbot, Lobsang Kechog, yeah. And it says, actually, it says in the poem, it says, at that time, whether or not I was recognized as a Tolku, doesn't matter, yeah. But anyway, the point is that in the eastern direction, in China, I was able to spread the NgalSo tradition according to people's hopes and wishes, okay? Okay. And then finally, the last verse says, the last verse is talking about Kachin Sapanla, okay? So there's actually in this prayer, which, like I say, unfortunately I haven't had time to finish translating, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 verses. So he's talking about 7 past lives, okay? Yeah? Yeah, so anyway, so in this prayer that Rinpoche, for Rinpoche, prayer and poem's the same, isn't it, yeah? So it said in this poem that he wrote, yeah, he said, I went with the Panchen Lama Lobsang Yeshe to China, yeah, okay, and at that time I was the abbot of Ganshin, so okay, so I didn't officially have the title of being a Tolko, but regardless, he was able to help spread the NgalSo tradition in China according to people's hopes and wishes, as he's actually continues to do in this life, yeah. I was saying on Tuesday, no, that for me, when I went in the Lama temple, yeah, which was made by the Kwanlong Emperor and Chenkia Rilpe Dorje, yeah, in Beijing. I had really incredible sensation that was very much similar to what we practice, yeah, okay. And actually, the sensation actually is true. Now, I later discovered it's true. Like actually, Chenkia Rilpe Dorje, for example, our Vajravali was written by him. Yeah, the texts were actually all our sadhanas in Albaniano that are being translated. Our Vajravali practice is from Chenkia Rilpe Dorje. Yeah? And in this Lama temple, the main practices is Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Yamanturka, Vajrayogini, Kala Chakra. What does it sound like? Rinpoche combined practice. It's true, no? Yeah. And Rinpoche so kindly is showing us the way to put all that together, yeah? Okay. And for the last 10 years, Rinpoche emphasized very, very much, yeah, how we modern people could find a way to combine this. Why it's important is because Lama Tsongkhapa, the founder of our Gelugpa tradition, he said, if you want to get enlightened in one life, you must combine Guhya Samaja, Haruka, and Yamanturka, yeah? Okay? In your practice, yeah? That's the way to do. Why? Because one has one incredible quality, and the other has another, and the other has another, and we need all three together to become fully enlightened in one life, okay? Okay, so that's fine, but the thing is, yeah, okay, traditionally speaking, okay, for example, it's possible, for example, we had the fortune that we received all these initiations, you know, like great initiation of Guhya Samaja, like, for example, this we did several times, no? In Albaniano, several times. And I remember also in Brazil, one time we went with, of course, Rinpoche La, and a whole bus full of, like, lamas, monks, and friends. We went to Buzios, yeah? Near Rio de Janeiro, and there we have beautiful center, yeah? And at that time, the center was in our shoe house, no? And we made beautiful Sam Mandal, and Rinpoche gave beautiful Guhya Samaja initiation, okay? So we received, okay, Guhya Samaja initiation many times, yeah? Like from the short one that Rinpoche just gave the transmission up to the very long and complex traditional one, all these we received. And also Yamanturka, solitary Yamanturka, 13 Yamanturka many times the different aspects of Chakra Samvara, yeah, Vajrayogini, Kala Chakra, all these initiations we've received, yeah, okay? But the thing is, okay, let's say normally, let me give you an example. I have some friends, yeah, and they received, one time they were in Gandhan Monastery in India, okay, by their good fortune, by their own karma, yeah. And as it happened, Kyabje Song Rinpoche, who was our Rinpoche's guru, no, he was giving all these initiations like Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Yamanturka, Vajrayogini, Tara Chitamani, okay? So they sat there, okay, took the initiations. But then each time His Holiness Song Rinpoche was giving commitment of the sadhana for each practice, yeah? So they came out 1 week later with the commitment to recite every day the sadhanas of Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Yamanturka, Vajrayogini, and Tara Chitamani, not just sometimes, but every day, you know. So my friends, yeah, they had a book it was like that thick. It was like a telephone directory, like A4 size, yeah, that thick. And every day they have to recite like all this, you know, like huge amount of prayers, you know. And I used to watch, and I saw it take like 5-6 hours a day to recite all this Guhya Samaja, Haruka, Yamanturka. So obviously, for most people, that would be like completely impossible, yeah. So I mean, you wouldn't be able to work, you wouldn't be able to do anything else, no, would you? Yeah. So only very few people with incredible special condition could do that, no. So Rinpoche La, our Rinpoche, one of the incredible, we did many incredible kind things, no, but one of the kind things that he did was he showed us how to integrate all these practices together, yeah? So he's made this very special practice called the combined NgalSo practice, where it's all this, you know, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, making peace with the environment, and then the action practices like Black Manjusri, yeah, Pana Showeri, and then Guhya Samaja, Haruka, and so on. And we're hoping very much that at Christmas in Albaniano, everything, all conditions coming together, we hope so very much, we will be able to present this. Like, well, of course, Rinpoche present himself many times, but he left, like, let's say, the final version of his sadhana, the combined practice, for us to do. So now we're finalizing that, and we're hoping to, let's say, launch the final version of his combined practice, which is one of Rinpoche's, let's say, opus, his master work, yeah. So anyway, to honor Rinpoche, we'll continue to do that and try and put his teaching into practice. Yeah? So anyway, so this we need to talk about a lot more, but we'll talk about it during the Christmas course in Albaniano, okay? But all I wanted to say is like this, okay, I'm talking about the Chinese emperor, the Qianlong emperor, okay? And Chenkyalpa Dorje and the imperial court of China. Actually, they're doing the same thing what we're doing now, yeah? Like very, very similar, yeah? Okay. So it's also important that we see the continuity, yeah? This is like, I don't know, these practices, they're like the Olympic torch, no? And it's like, I don't know, this is not a torch, but imagine this is an Olympic torch, yeah? So the fire, it's a light, yeah? So you run and you give to the next person, yeah? So they light the Olympic torch from the fire of the last one, yeah? And the fire is never entirely put out, yeah? It needs to continue from one generation to the next, yeah? So till now, the fire of blessing, of inspiration, and also the lineage of like explanation and sadhanas and initiation and so on has been passed on from generation to generation down to our present generation, yeah? So we're incredibly lucky, yeah? But what we have to do now is not drop the drop it, yeah? Of course, fortunately, it doesn't just depend on us. We have many high lamas taking care. Like, for example, I remember one time I was in Austria, yeah, okay? His Holiness Kyabje Srijan Dorji-chan was giving Vajrayogini initiation. And at that time, Tomo Geshe Rinpoche was there. And he offered to Tomo Geshe Rinpoche the skull cup of the initiation. He said, in the future, you will be the holder of the Vajrayogini tradition, you know? So fortunately, we have many high lamas together, like a whole team of like holy enlightened beings taking care, which is great. Plus, we have our world peace protector, you know. So and also our great Queen Paula Lamo Magzoma. So lucky, yeah. And we just need to do our best and keep going, like following together, yeah. Like you know. Rinpoche, no, and all these high lamas, they're bodhisattva, higher beings, Buddhas, no. So the idea is with the bodhicitta, there's 21 types, yeah. Nobody is left behind, yeah. All need to go together, yeah. So you know, we from our side, we need to try and do our best, yeah, and put all our teaching, our teachers' instruction into practice, okay. Anyway, so Chenkyalpa Dorje is a very important person for us. I saw recently our Spanish Sangha, the Spanish peace publication, they released like a transcript of Rinpoche's last words, I mean like public words from what he said on YouTube, yeah? And Rinpoche, in that transcript, he was saying that apart from the fact he was saying many beautiful things, and he was saying we need to practice very deeply, and we need to do his combined practice, yeah? And he was saying that now in the pandemic, we must practice. If we're not going to practice now, exactly when are we going to practice? Yeah. So, and you said out of this bad situation that we are experiencing, like collectively, we need to find a different way to live. We need to do something positive with our time. Yeah. Okay. So, with this really strange situation, we'll have to stay more at home. Don't just spend the time watching Netflix, yeah? We need to spend our time practicing, like, you know, maybe do more retreats, yeah? Do more, anyway, many of us, we are doing, aren't we, yeah? Like, follow the teachings more, like, choose one practice and do a retreat on it, yeah? Try and go deeper into some aspect of the NgalSo teachings, yeah? So Rinpoche say like that, yeah? But one of the things he was saying that I now remember is that he said that exactly this time when the time of the sixth Panchen Lama, and when he went to China, Chenkyalpa Dorje, yeah, he said he was giving the practice of black manjushri to many, many, many people in China. Now this puts it in a different context, no? Probably he was giving the practice of black manjushri to many people because there was a smallpox epidemic, no? Yeah, just like our Rinpoche also, you know, was telling people to do black manjushri because of the coronavirus pandemic, no? So and then Rinpoche at that time was saying, you know, maybe like he said publicly, His Holiness the Chenkyalpa Dorje was just teaching one mantra, yeah, which is the Black Manjushri mantra, Om Praso Chu So Dada So Damiso Ningola Cho Kalaza Kam Shantram Pepe so and so on, yeah. So he was teaching like this. So it's a bit like Rinpoche, no? So it looks like everybody thought that Chenkyalpa Dorje only had one mantra. Exactly like when our Rinpoche came to the West, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he only knows one mantra: Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Soha." But in fact, in this, you know, He was giving all kinds of incredible teaching and initiation in the imperial court. Yeah. Also in the Forbidden City in the Chinese Imperial Palace, no, in Beijing. Yeah. There's one. There's a hall of initiation there, and inside there's Guya Samaja, Haruka, Yamantaka, Kalachakra, all the Galupa main yidams, yeah, okay? And there His Holiness Chankya Rilpa Dorji gave many, many initiations to the Chinese emperor and his court, and also the Panchen Lama did as well, yeah, when he was there, yeah? Anyway, so like that, yeah, okay? Anyway, so I think probably that might be enough about Rinpoche's past lives for now, okay? I mean, if I think of anything else, I will tell you. But I think probably now we shall continue with the rest of the commentary. We shall continue with the book, okay? But I hope that you found that informative, okay? And it put in some kind of context, just a little bit, of course. Who is Rinpoche? No? Why he's so incredible? Yeah, really incredible person with that, you know. And why this is not a normal book. You know, it's not a normal book that anybody can write a book these days now, isn't it? Yeah. But this is a special book written by a high holy being. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So where did we get to? 1 second. Okay. So we got to in this book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. We got to requesting the Guru's blessing. Yeah. Okay. Then we got to Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Hum. And then we got to Kyoni Lama, Kyoni Yudan, Kyoni Kadro Chokyante. Like we say in the preliminary practices, no? Like we do every time when we meet for this teaching, no? So this verse is taken out from Lama Chirpa. It's which verse is it? It's verse, I think it's 54. Let me just check verse. Not verse 54. It's verse 53 of Lama Chirpa. So our Lama Ganshan, everything he used to always, any teaching that we received, he always used to refer back to the verses in Lama Chirpa, yeah? Why? Because it's important that this Lama Chirpa becomes like a kind of sort of like hard disk of all our practices. Everything's stored in here, yeah? So any like new idea or feeling or experience we have, we can put inside here. So then every time we say like the verse, it's like more deep our experience, yeah? So Rinpoche always referred to the Guru Puja, yeah? Which was written by Panchen Lobsang Chugyan, one of the abbots of Ganshan Chirpa Ling, means previous abbot of Albaniano Healing Meditation Center, actually, yeah? Because our Albaniano is Ganshan Chirpa Ling number 2, no? Okay, let's say western branch of Ganshan Chirpa Ling, yeah? So that means he was actually one of our previous abbots, yeah? Okay. Anyway, so we got to that, no? Kyuni Lama, Kyuni Yida, yeah? So you are the Guru, yeah? You are the Yidam. You are the Daka. Actually, it says Kadro, yeah? Some people translate it as Kandro Ma, which is Dakini, but actually it says you are the Daka, yeah? Okay. And you are the Chukyong, you are the Dharma protector, yeah? So it means like our Guru is everything, you know, okay? For us, yeah? Because we have, it's possible, of course, we have so many different gurus, but we need one root guru. And then we have many, many other gurus that we consider to be an emanation. So you can have like 100 other gurus, but still somehow we always think they're like a ray, an emanation from the holy mind of the root guru, okay? So that's why it's better to get like gurus who kind of agree, because otherwise it can be a little bit challenging emotionally, yeah? So of course, everybody's free to do whatever they like, but if we have gurus of the same the same lineage, it's more easy, okay? Okay, so you are our guru, yeah? Yeah? You are our yidam. So many people recently they said, "What's a yidam?" Okay, yidam is a Ishvata Devata in Sanskrit. It means the Rinpoche said the Guru Buddha that we Ishvata means the one we wish for, the one we long for. Yeah. So it's like let's say, I don't know, let's say Guya Samaja or whatever, Tara, one Yidam means first we generate this holy image in our mind and we wish to become that, yeah, okay? We hold it strongly in mind, the image of ourself as the Buddha, okay, yeah? Okay. Okay, anyway, so that's one translation of the word Yidam. So this is what it means, okay? So all our practices like Haruka, Guya Samaja, and so on are Yidams, yeah? White Tara, we have hundreds actually, yeah? Why we have hundreds is because we need, okay, it doesn't mean each one of us has to practice all of them, but all these healing methods we need in our tradition. Why? Because many different situations, many different kinds of people, many different psychologies. So that's fortunately something for everybody, yeah? Okay. Oh, I forgot to say that actually. The Chankya Rilpe Dorje, yeah, he's actually, of course, he was doing Guya Samaja, Haruka, and Yamantaka and everything, yeah. But they say he gave many initiations of Chakra Samvara to the Chinese emperor, yeah. So actually, the Kwanlong emperor, his main yidam, yeah, was Chakra Samvara, yeah. Actually, the other day I said that it was Yamantaka, but sorry, I need to correct that slightly. He was practicing Yamantaka, but his personal yidam of all of them was Chakra Samvara, yeah. However, Yamantaka is the protector of Beijing, yeah, and thus of the Chinese court and China, yeah. And the city of Beijing in the 18th century was supposed to be like based on the mandala of Yamantaka, which is like really cool, isn't it? Yeah. So they have like in many places in Beijing actually beautiful statues of Yamantaka. Like there's one very big stupa near a park. I'm sorry, the name I can't remember. Yeah, but I went there several times with Rinpoche La. And this statue of Yamantaka is considered to be like the guardian of Beijing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a slight correction from last time. Okay. So anyway, so Kyoni Lama, Kyoni Yidam, Kyoni Kadro Chokyonte. You are the guru. You are the Yidam. You are the Daka. Yeah. The Daka is like the messenger of enlightenment. Yeah. Okay. And you are our spiritual guardian. Yeah. So it means basically like Rinpoche is everything for us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Guru, guardian, meditational deity, all our emotional energy is going to him, you know. It's like that, yeah. With the guru, it's like that's how it is, no? Okay. Then it says, from now until we achieve awakening, we seek no other refuge than you. Yeah. Okay, for example, okay, so of course we may have other gurus, but root guru can only ever be one. So if Rinpoche is our root guru, still that Rinpoche will always be our root guru. Then what other good fortune we have to receive other teachings from other lamas, we're very lucky, and we should rejoice at that, yeah. But still, Rinpoche is our root guru forever, no? Okay. Then it says, in this life, the bardo, in all my future lives, yeah. Please hold me with the hook of your compassion, yeah. Okay, so that's a very important point, yeah. So many times, yeah, I heard, yeah, our friends went to Rinpoche, this is true, no? And they said, Rinpoche, yeah, if you die before me, what will happen when I die? No, it's true, no? Because, okay, we saw actually some of our friends, yeah, pass away before Rinpoche, and we saw Rinpoche pray and take really amazing care, you know? And somehow we thought, okay, not so good to die young, but then we thought, amazing that Rinpoche is taking care and guiding, yeah? Okay, that's what we all thought, yeah? But then several of Rinpoche's disciples, they went to Rinpoche and said, okay, but if you die before me, what will happen if you're not there to pray for me? So Rinpoche said very clearly, don't worry, I will be there for you, yeah? No? Regardless of whether I'm in this body as Ganshin Rinpoche, I will be there for you, you know? So he promised to all of us, so we don't need to worry, yeah? Because anyway, I showed you this picture last time. I've still got it here. Anybody who wasn't here last time? Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me find it in this pile of photos. Okay, sorry, not very high-tech presentation, but I don't know if you can see. Let's see if you can see. Okay, this is a photo. Let me see, I've got a light on it, yeah? This is a photo from the funerary chapel of Panchen Zanpo Tashi in Tibet, yeah, okay? Where the body of Panchen Zanpo Tashi, was a previous incarnation of Rinpoche, is still kept, okay? Well, at least the ashes, anyway, stupa's there, yeah, okay? Now, on the wall behind, there's this picture, yeah? What does this picture mean? It's Tibetan chapel, yeah? So it's really old and dark. It's from the Middle Ages, no? So you can see that circular thing in the middle like a flower. This is a rainbow body, yeah? And this is because Rinpoche, in that life, he achieved the Gyulu, illusory body, achieved the rainbow body. And after death, he achieved full enlightenment, and he dissolved into this like rainbow body. A rainbow body is like a deathless body, okay? And so people with rainbow bodies, whether they're outside the body or whether they're inside a body, it's the same, yeah, okay? And for a person who has this rainbow body, it's like death. It's like changing the car, yeah, okay? The car is broken, need a new one, yeah? And just get a new one and carry on. Very complete different from us ordinary people, the experience, no? So Rinpoche is actually like this, really rainbow person, okay? Rainbow being, yeah? So he promised us when we die, he will still be there taking care of us, yeah? And he promised. So this really means something. Rinpoche's promise is a promise, yeah? So we should all feel confident in that, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Otherwise he wouldn't have said it. And I heard him say it actually several times because our friends, several of them went to ask him this, yeah? So I personally heard him say several times to various of his people around him, yeah? Don't worry. If I die before you, I will still take care of you when you die. Yeah, okay. So we should feel very happy and grateful about that, okay? So it says in the verse 53 of the Guru Puja, yeah, in this life, the bardo, in all my future lives, please hold me with the hook of your compassion, yeah? So we have this idea, somehow here is the hook of, there's a ring of faith, yeah, okay, in our hearts, yeah? I mean, if you don't have any faith, there's no ring, yeah, for the hook to catch onto, yeah, okay? But if we have faith from our side, yeah, then the guru can kind of like pick us up, yeah, and take us on to the next right incarnation and so on, yeah. It's a bit like, you know, I don't know, like these like rescue services, you know, probably you've seen on TV, you know, somebody, I don't know, like rescue at sea or something, and the boat is there and the boat's going down, and then comes the helicopter, yeah, and then the helicopter guards, they come down with this like rope, no, and they take the person, no, there's like a hook, no, and they tie on one harness to the person and take you up into the helicopter. So this is a little bit like this idea that if we have faith, yeah, then we have this like harness, okay, and then the guru can pick us up and take us and save us, yeah. But it's always like two hands shaking, yeah, okay. They say, like, for example, like all the time we're surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and protectors, and everybody's there, yeah, okay. But from our side, we need to make some condition for us to be able to receive their holy energy, to receive their blessing, yeah. Like we need to have some faith, we need to make offerings, you know, we need to connect in some way, you know. And then otherwise, the Buddha said, yeah, if I could pull out your suffering, like pulling a thorn out of your hand, I would do so, but I can't, yeah. I can show you the way, you have to do it yourself. It's two hands together, yeah, okay. So our idea of sutra and tantra is, okay, the Buddha shows us everything what to do, we need to do it ourselves. But with faith, then the guru's blessings can meet us, and they can, you know, help us in a much faster and more profound way, yeah. So anyway, so in this life, the bardo, in all future lives, yeah. So for example, also many people ask this question, like, is Rinpoche in the bardo? No, because Rinpoche is, where's it gone? Rinpoche is a rainbow person, yeah. Rainbow people don't go into the bardo, okay, yeah. Yeah, bardo is for normal people, like let's say us, yeah, who die with not clear mind, yeah, okay, with attachment, with fear, with grasping, yeah. And then this activates the program that sets off the next incarnation, the next samsaric incarnation, yeah. And the in-between state, the dreamlike state between the separation of the mind from the body until the mind enters the parents' ovum and sperm, is called the bardo, yeah. So Rinpoche La, it doesn't have the bardo experience, yeah. Okay, it's beyond that, yeah. However, can help many people in that situation, which I'm sure he is very much doing, for sure. He said, no, in his last talk, no, on YouTube, must help all these people, yeah, who are sick, who are dying. We must pray for them. We must take care of them. So for sure, that's what he did, huh? Anyway, so Kyuni Lama, Kyuni Yidam, yeah. Kioni kadrocho kionte, denezunte jancho bado, kiumin kyabse misowe, didam bado chime tayans, in this life, the bado and all my future lives, tugje chakyuzungzola, hold me with the hook of your compassion, yeah? Shishi dridro, nudro kunsol, tengi drosum bacho son. So free me from the fears of samsara and it says from the fears of existence and peace, literally in Tibetan, yeah? So existence means becoming, samsara, again and again and again, the same thing. It's a bit like the film Groundhog Day, you know? Again and again and again. We're really kind of dumb, no? Again and again and again, we do the same stuff and we die again and again and born again and again and have to go to school again and again and have to get a job again and again and get another house again and again. And it goes on again and again. This is what we mean by samsara. It's like Groundhog Day, like the film, again and again and again, until such point as we start to wake up, yeah, and understand something, yeah. So the fears of existence, samsara, there's many, no? Okay, so please protect us from all those. And Rinpoche was extra super specialist in protecting us from the fears of samsara, no? In all different levels. He was so incredibly kind to everybody, no? From giving the most high, profound tantric teaching to even the most small things. He was kind in many, many different ways to everybody. I don't know, even giving little heart or I was always showing kindness and care to everybody, even in small things like the way we'd place objects. Everything he did was like with care, with kindness, and everybody just loved him, you know. People just couldn't get enough of being around him, yeah, for that reason, no, because of his incredible bodhicitta feeling, you know. So, okay, fears of samsara, easy to understand. What's the fears of nirvana? We thought that was meant to be quite good, yeah, the fears of peace, yeah. So, so generally speaking, in Buddhism, yeah, we wish to achieve nirvana. Okay, nirvana means no more suffering. Yeah, and this is the goal of practitioners of the Theravada tradition. Okay, we have this kind of extendable practice which encompasses all three vehicles: Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Yeah, we do all three. Yeah, why? Because we wish for nirvana, but not only that. Then we wish for the great nirvana, which is enlightenment. Yeah. So we don't want just peace for ourselves because that's not enough. Because say, for example, you or me, or a few of us, we achieve peace. Well, what use is that when so many problems? I mean, like if we list the problems of the world, it's like unlimited almost, isn't it? Yeah. So if, for example, I feel okay, that's nice for me, but so what? I need my city, my friends, I need to be well. I need the environment to be better. I need people to have enough food. I need people to have wisdom. I need so many other things rather than just me, myself, being peaceful. It's really not enough, no? Yeah. So the fear of nirvana is that, to get stuck in, because they say it's very enjoyable, and no doubt, yeah, incredible blissful state in the state of nirvana, and maybe you just stay there and say, oh, I'm enjoying so much. Maybe it's like being in the best like super spa in the world, yeah. And it's just really so nice that, oh, I'll just stay here a little longer, yeah. So the fear is to get stuck in that kind of super blissful, super peaceful experience, and it's just so nice that, oh, you know, to arise and go and help the other beings, and maybe later, yeah, okay. So that's why we say the fears of samsara and nirvana. So the bodhisattvas pray, may I not enter nirvana, yeah, okay, until all beings have entered nirvana before me. So that means it will be really an enlightenment marathon, no? It will be really, really a long time, yeah? Okay, from our point of view, that's good because it means all the high holy beings like Rinpoche and all the others, they promise to come back again and again and help us. No matter how long it takes, how dense we are, they will be there helping us again and again until we finally get the point, yeah? Okay? I always used to joke to my friends in Albaniano that, you know, a few weeks ago, and I told the story of Mahasiddha Darikapa, yeah, okay? And he was, you know, there was this king who gave up his kingdom, and the Mahasiddha Luipa sent him to meditate in this temple of dancing girls, yeah? And anyway, finally he got enlightened, yeah, okay, and then they all realized they made a mistake and everything, and then many of them, it says in the story, yeah, of the 84 Mahasiddhas that 25,000 of them went to the Pure Land of the Dakinis together with Darikapa. So I was always joking to my friends in Albaniano that when the 25,000 went to the Pure Land of the Dakinis, that we, as usual, were around the corner drinking coffee or something, or chai or something, yeah? As usual, we were off doing something else and like missed the chance, you know, because we're not the most smart ones, yeah? But anyway, Rinpoche, out of his kindness since many, many lifetimes, is like, okay, never mind, here we go again, yeah? Taking care, yeah? Infinitely kind, infinitely compassionate, yeah? So please, Rinpoche, come back as soon as possible and continue your endless job, yeah? Of raising us all up to the state of enlightenment, please, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so for actually, thank you. That's all I can say, you know, yeah? Yeah? So, liberate us from the fears of samsara and nirvana. Grant us all the attainments, the mundane and supramundane attainments. Mundane is like peace, increase, charisma, being able to do many things together, you know. Supramundane is achieving awakening, achieving enlightenment. Then we have some other mundane siddhis which almost don't exist anymore because the times are very degenerate, so the environments are impure, so it's difficult to get these kind of realization. But Rinpoche used to say that for example, the miracle is if we changed, if we got better, yeah, which is true, no? In ancient times, they used to talk about people, I don't know, being able to, like, I don't know, see through rocks and do all kinds of incredible stuff, yeah? But you said, just the fact that you all improved, this is a miracle. So this is our mundane siddhi at the moment, yeah? So, and it's true. Little by little, all of us, we improved a lot, yeah? Also, we can't really see anyway how much we did improve around Rinpoche. He sometimes said, if you could see how much positive karma you accumulate by doing, for example, Guru Puja and Sog and all these things, it would be more than a mountain. But just because you can't see, you don't know, yeah? And he used to call it our inner spiritual bank account, yeah? So he said we need to make many deposits in there, then everything in the future will go well, yeah? So anyway, so grant all attainments, yeah? Be my constant companion. So like, for example, now, I speak with obviously many, many of our Sangha members all around the world, yeah? And one thing for me that's very impressionante, let's say, is that my friends, in the Sangha from, I don't know, from South America, from Chile, from Argentina, from wherever, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Spain, from Holland, wherever, so many different places. We have Rinpoche Sangha. And many people from all different countries around the world have told me that they still feel that Rinpoche is very, very close, very near. They can still feel him, yeah? Despite the fact that he passed into parinirvana 6 months ago, yeah? But many people told me the same thing. It's not like I prompt them or anything like this, yeah? But just, they told me, like, spontaneously, as we talk, about many different things, yeah? So this shows that it's true. Rinpoche is still our constant companion, yeah? So Rinpoche was our constant companion in his life. Now, when he's in the rainbow state, yeah, he's still our constant companion, and many, many people have confirmed this, yeah, and will continue to be so for life to life. So we're just so incredibly lucky, yeah. Okay, so grant all attainments, be my constant companion, and shield me from all interferences. So the main interference actually is from the side of our own mind, yeah, okay? Yeah, so we need to really, really take care of our own mind, yeah? So many times, our mind is not so easy. It's coming like different feelings, like, I don't know, anyway, many different feelings are coming, yeah, okay? If the feelings are going on the negative side, we should request Rinpoche's blessing, like, for example, do Guru Yoga, like, just like Lochazam, Po Pelgyota Shipa, this verse, and Oma Guru, and say the mantra, Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi and request Rinpoche to kindly grace our subtle mind with his presence, yeah, which he will do, yeah, and you will feel for sure if you ask. And then for sure, our mind will go in a better direction. That's really, really, really important, yeah? Okay. And if we do like that, everything will be okay. Like Rinpoche himself, like I said, in Kumpan in the 90s, yeah? he had a very small room. Also, actually, in Albagnano, in his labrang, he had a huge labrang, but it's like a very small room. But in his house, in his labrang in Milano in the 1990s, his whole roof of his room, he covered in pictures of Kyabje Trijang Dorji Chang. He had a colour photocopier he found somewhere in Milano, and he made like a kind of wallpaper. So everywhere you looked was a picture of his guru, no? And now I understand why, yeah, okay? Because it's requesting continuously the guru's blessing to put the mind in the right direction, yeah? Then okay, if we have the guru's blessing, then whatever of the 200 or 300 yidams we like to do is okay, no? And whatever else we like to do, it's okay. But everything depend on the guru blessing. Now, this we always heard in the Lam Rim. We're thinking, oh, how is it possible? Everything's from the guru, yeah. But actually, now we see how it is, no? Okay. Like Rinpoche La, whatever he did, first he used to recite his guru prayer and mantra, like Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche prayer, like the verse, yeah. He used this one, no? He used to repeat Lo sangya wa kungi ye sheni tri tu dri mehe gyal sen zen peso rajan kil ko gyaso tru dungun trin chen la mehe shabla so wa and then Om Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sivadra Sawa Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sivadra Sawa Siddhi Hum Can receive his guru blessing. Then he would start whatever he was doing. He would not do anything. He wouldn't get in a car. He wouldn't give a teaching. He wouldn't do anything at all without reciting his guru prayer and mantra. So this is like clearly something that we ourselves should do, yeah? Whatever we do, first do Rinpoche prayer and mantra, yeah? Then everything else is going much better, yeah? And also we feel a lot better, yeah? Okay? Okay, so anyway, so like that, yeah? So, shield me from all interferences, especially the ones of my own mind, and then there's various other kinds, but, like the weather and so on. But mainly, the interference is our own emotions, yeah? Our own ignorance, our desire, our hatred. So please, Rinpoche La, help my mind to be steady, help my mind to be stable, help my mind to be positive, yeah? Always have a good motivation, this kind of thing, yeah? Always make sure my mind goes in the right direction, yeah? Could continue in the enlightenment marathon, as Rinpoche said, yeah? Okay? Is that we're all long-distance runners to enlightenment, or not runners, but walkers in our case. But anyway, so like that, yeah? Then, page 55 of the Tantric Self-Healing 2 book, which is a book with many sadhanas in it and some explanation. Then it says, receiving the blessing of the 4 empowerments. So this we also did before. So it says, Detale son so wata petu la me kuso huntu gine namre dutsio se kamatinga sun rindan chi cha hajune dagiki ne sun rindan chi cha timpale drishita shihinanda wanshito kushito chi lama nipashi Geshin Tim Pahajingi La Pagyu. Okay, so we imagine, like every time I do this talk, about self-healing at the beginning, we always do this, yeah? So as a result of requesting 3 times in this way, white, red, and blue lights, rays, and nectars, one by one, and then together, arise from the 3 chakras of my guru's body, speech, and mind, and dissolve into my 3 chakras one by one and then together. My 4 obscurations, the negativities of my body, speech, and mind, and the simultaneous negativities of my body, speech, and mind are purified. I receive the vase, secret, wisdom, and word empowerments. As a result, I attain the 4 bodies, the emanation body, the Nimanakaya, the enjoyment body, the Sambhogakaya, the truth body, the Dhammakaya, and the wisdom truth body, the Sobhawa Kaya, okay? Okay, so we do like this, okay? Okay, so in there, actually. So basically, it's like when we do this visualization, Rinpoche is there, no? And so it's like we like very much receiving like Wang empowerments and Jainang permission to practice, no, with this transmission of energy from the guru's holy chakras into ours, okay? So it's like Rinpoche said, like this, every day we can receive 1 initiation, or if we like to do 10 times a day, we can receive 10 initiation. It's up to us now, or 100 initiation if we do 100 times a day, yeah. But every day we can receive those blessings, yeah. So this is like very nice, very beautiful, yeah. So, okay, just to talk about this in detail would take a really long time. And if we expand like this, it would be like 10 years before we finish this commentary on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah. But basically, okay, I mean, anyway, we see, no, in the self-healing explanation, yeah. In self-healing, we say we have 4 empowerment: Vars, secret, wisdom, and word empowerment. That means self-healing is the highest yoga tantra practice, okay? Why do we know? Because Vars empowerment, Vars empowerment is what you get if you take a Kriya Tantra, an Action Tantra empowerment, or a Charya Tantra empowerment, yeah, or Performance Tantra, yeah. So, like, for example, when we do like Chenrezi or Tara, Green Tara, White Tara, or Vajrapani, these are Kriya Tantra and Charya Tantras. And actually, when we do the initiation, the J9, yeah, we do the Vars empowerments, yeah, and then we do the Vajra Master empowerment, and that's it, yeah, okay. When we do highest yoga tantra empowerment, there's also what's called the crown empowerment, yeah, okay. Many times when we're doing self-healing, Rinpoche used to show like this, no, like the crown, no? This is the crown of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, yeah, okay? So anyway, when you should receive the crown empowerment, yeah, this is part of receiving a yoga tantra empowerment, yeah, okay? And if we receive the if we receive the secret, wisdom, and word empowerments, that is particular to a highest yoga tantra empowerment, yeah, okay? So anyway, so that indicates clearly that our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing is, as we know, is the very condensed way to practice a highest yoga tantra initiation, yeah. However, our Rinpoche La, he said that everybody in the world this is something really unusual, yeah. Everybody in the world is welcome to practice self-healing who likes, yeah. Even if you're not Buddhist, yeah, you can do. Even if you didn't take the Bodhisattva vows, you can do, even if you didn't take the Tantric vows. However, obviously, if you do like that, yeah, curious way, or because you feel bad, or just because you want to try, it's one way, one energy, one blessing. But if you do really, and you took refuge in our lineage, and took the Bodhisattva vow and the Tantric vow and everything, and practice like, you know, then it's very different, no? So Rinpoche opened the door, but how you walk through it is up to you, okay? So this we need to be clear, you know, okay? So our NgalSo tradition is like something, I don't know, like an expandable funnel or something. Yeah, everybody can walk in, and then kind of up to you somehow. No, if you want to just do like in a very easy way to feel better, to be like, how do you say, like mindfulness meditation, to feel less stressed, it's okay. But if you want to go on the path to enlightenment, you can. It's there. But then, of course, there's many more things to do. Yeah. But anyway, everything is there. Yeah. Okay. So we can receive the 4 empowerments, yeah, our 4 obscurations, the negativities of my body, speech, and mind. Okay, so mind is in the heart chakra, according to this system, not here. When I was young, yeah, I asked one very famous Galupa Lama. I asked him, is the mind in the brain? And he just laughed at me like crazy, like I was mad or something, yeah, because in our tradition, yeah, the subtle mind is located here. However, our Rinpoche used to say that actually that the mind mandala is also here. So the Chakra Samvara Tantra and the medical Tantra, they have more modern ideas, you know, okay? But anyway, generally we say body is here, speech is here, and mind is here, okay? Okay, so one by one and then all together. All together means like a rainbow, okay? So here it explains like 3 lights, but actually our Rinpoche, Genshin Rinpoche, actually we need 5 wisdom lights. We need white, red, blue, yellow, and green. And actually our oral lineage, our tradition is like 5 colored lights, yeah? So we have white, red, blue, yellow, and green, all 5 chakras, so like a rainbow of holy energies dissolve into us, okay? So this is why we need a commentary, by the way, because there's many things extra to explain, yeah? Okay. Then it says, as a result, I received the verse, secret, wisdom, and word empowerments, yeah? and it sows the potential, awakens the potential for me to achieve the 4 Buddha bodies. Yeah. Okay, the Nimanakaya. Nimanakaya means tulku, yeah? So tulku is, well, actually, we need to go the other way around, yeah? Dharmakaya is the mind of a Buddha, okay? Yeah, completely pure, completely awakened mind, yeah? But only other Buddhas can see other Buddhas, yeah? So therefore, out of compassion for us, they sort of come down to our level, okay, basically, yeah? So first they come down to the level of Sambhogakaya, enjoyment body. So like our tankers, yeah, all these images that, well, we can't see here, but let me show it, I don't know. Okay, another high-tech presentation here. Yeah, can you see that? This is Manjusri, okay, but this is the enjoyment body of Buddha Manjusri, okay? So this is what we mean by, excuse me, yeah, this is what we mean by Sambhogakaya, okay? Yeah. So all this like beautiful emanation forms of Tara, Chenrezi, Manjusri, hundreds and thousands like of Buddhas like this, okay? So this is fine, but again, let's say the small difficulty is that only high bodhisattvas can see them directly. So for example, our Rinpoche, many times he used to say, oh, look, there's a like Buddha so-and-so, yeah? And he pointed to something and like maybe we could see like something, but because like my mind is obscured and his wasn't, I could see like something, but not really, you know? So why? Because he was high bodhisattva, okay? Yeah. So he could see directly these emanation bodies. And he used to say many times in our Gompa, there were like many gurus of our lineage, not just picture, like really, yeah, and Mahasiddhas were there and he could see them, yeah? Because they're in this emanation body. So, okay, so for high bodhisattvas, that's okay. But anyway, high bodhisattvas, they're okay, no? So what the holy beings need to do is come down to our level. They need to come down to the gutter, to us, you know? They need to get it and wallow around here in the samsara, yeah? So for this reason and this reason only, they take rebirth as human beings, yeah? Not because they need to, because from their side, there's absolutely no need. But in order that we can relate to them, because enjoyment body, no chance, yeah? We can just see like a picture or something, yeah? And Dharmakaya, Onforget Soha, no chance, yeah? Okay? So therefore, they take rebirth as, well, the Tibetan word for Nimanakaya is tulku, yeah? And this is why also we venerate the tolkus, okay, the high tolkus of our tradition. The one, at least, anyway, yes, the ones who really are like that, okay, yeah? Because some of the high lamas of our tradition truly and really are the Sambhogakaya manifestation of holy beings, yeah? No doubt, yeah? And we could, like Rinpoche was for sure, we could see by many, many things he did, and also other of the high lamas of our tradition are too, you know, fortunately for us, no? So lucky, yeah? So anyway, so there's three Buddha bodies, yeah? Okay, Dharmakaya, Buddha's mind, yeah? Sambhogakaya, emanation body, let's say the astral body in the Western terminology, modern terminology. And then the emanation body, that means looks like us, but is not like us. The mind is not like us at all, yeah? But have a body like us, so need to eat, need to go to the bathroom, need to sleep, need to do everything like us, but inside they're not like us, yeah? Which is why we respect them so much, yeah? Because they're not like us, but out of compassion, they took our form, yeah? To guide us, yeah? Okay. So what's the last one then? The Svabhava Kaya, yeah? So Svabhava means self-nature, in Sanskrit, yeah? So actually this means that it's the empty nature of a Buddha's body, yeah? So just in case you were wondering, yeah? Even a Buddha is empty of inherent existence, yeah? And why they say this is because, okay, everything is empty of inherent existence, yeah? Every single thing in the universe, yeah? But we have this tendency to like deify, or we call like make things permanent in our minds because there's something wrong with our minds, yeah? We're mad, basically, yeah? So everything we want everything to become permanent, everything to have a fixed essence. So we think, okay, I know everything's like impermanent and everything's like a dependent arising, and the scientists are right, yeah. But the Buddha, yeah, must be like really, truly there. It's like we kind of make Buddha into kind of like the God or something, you know, yeah. So it's always like this tendency of our mind to like deify or make permanent things, yeah, especially holy things, yeah. So the fourth Buddha body is even and also, and of course, the Buddha's body, speech, and mind is empty of inherent existence, yeah? Like everything else in the universe, yeah? Okay? So that's why there's the fourth one, okay? Okay, so anyway, so that's like very, very short version of that, yeah? Then it says, it says, meditate for a while on receiving the healing energy of the four empowerments. So that means if you're doing the practice at home, don't do for like 10 seconds, but just sit there, you know? Receive the blessings, receive the energy of Rinpoche La and the lineage gurus and the Buddhas and bodhisattvas and holy beings, yeah? And they want to heal us, they want to help us, and if we're open to it, it will happen, okay? And then it says, out of delight, an emanation of the Guru dissolves into me and bestows their blessings, yeah? So wherever we are in the world, Rinpoche La comes to the crown of our head, is also our central channel, and mixes with our subtle mind in the heart, yeah? Okay? So it says in the self-healing book, no, page 57, yeah, can you see? It says, imagine that an emanation of our enlightened Lama healer, Vajradhara, comes to the crown of our head and enters through our crown chakra, enters our central channel and descends to our heart chakra. The subtle energy of our body, speech, and mind becomes the same nature of our Lama's body, speech, and mind. Meditate for a while upon this special, blissful union of two energies becoming one, yeah? Okay? Okay, so we have a lot of this in Tantra, yeah? Okay, so it's like, okay, our mind's empty, the Guru's mind's empty. So it's like the idea of they say like milk pouring into water or something, yeah? Okay? So whether it's possible for, I mean, if it was totally possible, fantastic, we'd become exactly like Rinpoche, that'd be wonderful. But at least we can get like a transfusion or something similar, yeah? Some kind of positive vibration we can get for sure, some kind of improvement, some kind of upgrade, yeah? I don't know, maybe if we just do continuously Guru Yoga, finally we'll become totally like Rinpoche. We have to see now, we have to do lots and lots and lots of Guru Yoga, yeah? Anyway, so they say like milk pouring into water. So if you've ever tried this, like, you know, get some water, pour milk in. So the milk is mixing exactly with the water. It's not like there's a layer of milk and a layer of water. It's like the Guru's mind is mixing with our mind. So at least, yeah, we get an upgrade, yeah, by the presence of the holy energy of the Guru, yeah. So then we become less selfish, less self-centered, yeah, less miserable, less poor me, and so on. We become more kind, more empathetic, more focused on the other, like Rinpoche was, no, yeah, more, yeah, than we are now, yeah. Okay, so then feel Rinpoche here, and this is like definitely the best part of our day, no doubt, yeah. Okay, so we do like this, yeah. Okay, so actually, generally speaking, every time we do this explanation of self-healing, we're doing the self-healing practice. But I think to conclude tonight, we'll repeat this again, the Guru Yoga, yeah? And we'll concentrate on receiving Rinpoche's blessing and then spend a few minutes together absorbing Rinpoche's holy blessings into our heart. I think that's the right thing to do, okay? Okay, so... Okay, this here is exactly the same as what's in there, okay? But it's bigger, no? Because I need large print these days, yeah? Okay. Okay. Guru Yoga, yeah? So also many people say, oh, I don't have much time to do the practice. Then you don't have much time. You do Rinpoche prayer, Rinpoche mantra, absorb Rinpoche blessing into your heart, and then start your practice. Or if you have absolutely no more time, then it's enough. You receive the Guru's blessing, and that's the most important of everything, yeah? Then the rest, okay. But this is the most important one, okay? Okay. Okay, so I will do as Rinpoche did. We'll say Trijang Rinpoche name mantra. Rinpoche always did, and verse and mantra, and then Rinpoche one, okay? Lo sangyal wa kungi yeshe ni tri tu dri mehagyal tenzin pezo rajan kyoko gyanso trudun kun trin shen la mehesha bla so wade Om Guru Varadara Sumati Kyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hu. Om Guru Vajradara Sumati Kyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hu. Om Guru Vajradara Sumati Kyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sibhadra Sawasiti Hu. Luchuzampo Pelguta Shipa Tuchen Petre Leanoda Pegedrolo Zampeze Pachen Palden La Mahesha Blasolwade Oma Guru Badradahara Sumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Homa Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavahadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Homa Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Kyoni lama kyoni yedan kyoni kadro chukyonte. Dene sunte janchu badu kyomin kyashe misowe. Dida badu chime tayan tuche chakyuzun sola. Shishi dredro nadru kunso. Tengi droso bachoso. Kyoni lama kyoni yedan kyoni kadro chukyonte. Dene sunte janchu badu kyomin kyashe misowe. Dida badu chime tayan tuche chakyu zonzola. Sishi drijo nodro konso. Tengi droso bachoso. You are our guru. You are our yidam, all our yidams. You are our daka and our dhamma protector. From now until we achieve awakening, we seek no other refuge than you. In this life, the bardo, in all our future lives, please hold us with the hook of your compassion. Liberate us from the fears of samsara and nirvana. Grant us all the attainments. Be our constant companion and free us from all hindrances. So, having requested 3 times in this way from our Guru's holy body, speech, and mind, come white, red, and blue, dark blue lights and nectars that dissolve into our 3 places, into our chakras, one by one, and then together, yeah? The 4 obscurations are purified. We receive the 4 empowerments. We receive the potential to attain the 4 Buddha bodies in the future, and a second emanation of our Guru, smiling at us so kindly, so lovingly, comes above the crown of all of our heads, dissolves through our crown chakra, and dissolves into our subtle mind at our heart, bestowing his inspiring blessings. Yeah. Pakyake kurudan dahagilu pakyake sundahan dagina pakyake tudan dahagi dunyamechi tu jingilo makyake kudan dahagilu makyake sundahan dagina makyake Dahagi danyamachi tu jingialo. Anyway, so if we do like this and receive Rinpoche love blessing, yeah, any other kind of meditation or anything we do afterwards can be much better, okay? It needs to come out of this state of mind, yeah? Having received the Guru's blessing and inspiration, yeah? Okay? Okay, so we need to do like this, yeah? Okay. Okay, now more or less we're out of time for today, but I actually want to say one more thing. I always want to say one more thing, no? Regarding Rinpoche's past lives, yeah? Okay, so generally speaking, there's an urban legend in our Sangha that Rinpoche was San Francisco, yeah? So me, I don't know if he was or not, yeah? But so I was looking at these documents that Rinpoche wrote, yeah, about his past lives, and I told you I found a prayer, yeah? But then I found another one, okay? So let me just get it, yeah? Okay. 1 second, yeah? Okay, here we are, let's see. Okay, Rinpoche past life, prayer and poem, okay, so fortunately, I had the wherewithal to scan and record all these bits of paper before they got lost, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche made this verse, no, about his past life, 7 verses, saying he said he was Derikapa, no? And he was Princess Lakshminkara of Odiana, and he was Trupu Lotsawa, and our NgalSo teachings he took out from the Trupu Gyatso, which is the collected works of Trupu Lotsawa, and he was the founder of Ganshin Chirpel Monastery and the second abbot of Tashilumpo, Panchen Zampo Tashi, and he was the Trupu Kunli, yeah, and Panchen, and he was Ganshin abbot Lobsang Kechog, who went together with Panchen Palden Yeshi to China and helped to develop the NgalSo teachings in China. Okay, and then he says I was Kachin Sapanla. Okay, so I told you Rinpoche made this poem, yeah, which I haven't finished to translate yet. But then I found another bit of paper, yeah, which is talking about it's talking about San Francisco and Santa Clara, yeah, okay. So basically what it says is it says the Western Bodhisattva, Francisco, yeah, and the Dakini, Santa Clara, yeah, to me, Lama Ganshin, yeah, they very kindly showed their recognition, yeah, is what it says in Tibetan, yeah, okay, my translation of the Tibetan, yeah. So what this means is actually, as far as I understand, that actually when Rinpoche was in Assisi, and many times he lived in Gubbio, near Assisi. So actually, he told us many times that he actually saw Santa Clara. Yeah, like he said, like one time he was there, and he went to the tomb of San Francisco and his close disciples a bit. Yeah, like it's kind of a round chapel. Yeah, and in there is their remains, and he said that. Actually, they opened the chapel out of the hours, yeah? And actually, when the guardian opened it, there was one young girl in there, yeah? Okay? And the guardian was, like, very kind of strange, because he said, this is not possible, who are you, yeah? But Rinpoche said, actually, that was Santa Clara, yeah? Who somehow was coming to see him, yeah? Okay, to, give some blessings, some inspiration. So Rinpoche, he had, like, kind of many kind of direct, like we say in the Buddhist text, no? Lama Tsongkhapa saw Manjushri face to face, yeah? This one saw Vajrapani face to face and so on, yeah? So Rinpoche himself saw face to face both San Francisco and Santa Clara, yeah? Why? Because they're great holy, like Western Bodhisattva, great beings, yeah? And Dakini, no? So they also manifested and gave their approval for what Rinpoche was doing, his work in Italy and in the West, okay? In the modern world, yeah? Okay, so what Rinpoche actually said was that, okay, which is really, really why it's so important that we have preserved, many of Rinpoche's writings, what he said, Like I heard one person say recently, how is it possible to know what Rinpoche thought? Well, of course, deeply, profoundly, as a high bodhisattva and enlightened being, of course, it's difficult, but what he said, we know, no? And he made his wishes and his ideas completely clear and completely explicit. And not only that, he tended to repeat himself many, many times, yeah? So if he had an idea, he would tell, for example, all the Western people, then he would say exactly the same thing to all the Tibetan people, and every person that he saw, he would say the same thing, no? Okay? So he made extremely clear, yeah? his ideas, his wishes. Unfortunately, we managed to record many of them. So therefore, yes, we do know something of what Rinpoche thought, what he's, of course, So like, for example, this, no? So then many things we can now make clear, okay? Now we have more time, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche himself said, okay, I'm not, just for everybody's information, I'm not San Francisco, yeah? But he said, I had direct vision. I saw face-to-face San Francisco and Santa Clara, which is also pretty amazing, though, isn't it, yeah? Yeah. So anyway, so I'd just like to share that with everybody now, because we were talking about Rinpoche's past lives, and sometimes I heard this, people saying, oh, isn't Rinpoche San Francisco? No, he wasn't. But anyway, he saw him directly, like, he manifested to him like one person seeing another. Okay. So anyway, thank you all very much. I think that's enough for today. On next Tuesday, we will continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. We'll start with self-generation as Vajrasattva through the 3 transformations. Yeah, we'll carry on and start to explain in detail more of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining me and practicing. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and see you all soon. If anybody's interested, tomorrow we have our Spanish self-healing Zoom meeting. If you'd like to join, anyway. We have many different Zoom groups, and actually with Lama, Michelle, and me, Netflix, NgalSo Flicks, it's a lot now, which is good now, and also it's very nice that everybody's listening, because we need to, no? I mean, normally we would meet together in person, no? We would be together in person doing practice, or we would be coming to visit, like always we came with Rinpoche, no? But of course, if there was a normal year, we would be continuing to visit all our friends and centers around the world. But because of the extraordinary circumstance of this year, we need to please follow the streaming, not because it's me or Lama Michelle, but we need to connect with our Rinpoche's teachings, with our lineage. We need to practice, yeah? We need to Zoom together. We need to be together. We need to WhatsApp each other. We must stay together, yeah, as one spiritual family, yeah? And then when all this finishes, we'll come out stronger, yeah? But stronger, why? Because we've passed through a very difficult situation, yeah? And we'll survive it, yeah? So anyway, so thank you all, yeah? And see you all soon. I really, really appreciate, that you're all practicing and supporting each other, which is what we have to do at this moment, yeah? So just to conclude, let's make the NgalSo dedication prayer, yeah? So many bad news, no? So everybody, all those who have suffering, we pray their suffering will be relieved, yeah? And we pray that more positive situation will swiftly arise, okay? So if you have any special dedication, please make it in your mind, okay? And we dedicate together. Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. 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 Lama Kunchoson La Kyab Suchi. Rani La Sadonil Sonecho. Dona Josonecho Dadando. Gecho Hokundu Jishintro. Dona Diso Nampage Weso. Jine Zapane Hinyo Duda. No Pupanso Shambhala Gene. La Mehelangirin Patashisho. Ni Modele Sendele. Ni Mekuya Handele Shin. Nin Senta Hatu Dele Pel. Concha Hosungi Jinki. Concha Hosungi Naduso. Concha Hosungi Tashisho. Through the collection of white virtue we've gathered here, through the positive merits, may this world quickly become Shambhala, the treasury of jewels, and may we quickly complete the path our Lama showed us, yeah? At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the 3 jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Okay, thank you all very, very much indeed, yeah? Okay, thanks. See you all soon, yeah? Thank you. Thank you all the translators, yeah? Who I'm sure sometimes they get hard job now with all these histories and all this. Anyway, but it's important, all these things, yeah? So thank you all very much. our translators, who kindly give the opportunity for many of our Sangha members to participate. Okay, thank you. See you all soon, yeah?